When you follow the money, you realize where the opportunities are, whether it's for investing or for a business that you're trying to start or grow. In 2024, Stripe processed $1.4 trillion in global payments. That's up 38% from the year prior. It's also about 1.3% of global GDP. In the 2024 annual report by Stripe, I want to highlight 5 key areas. Big business and how they're switching up their payment processing. The AI economy. Main Street business and how they're incorporating new tactics in vertically integrating. Fraud and the payment processing. And then stablecoins in payments. These are going to be 5 key areas that I think will open your eyes to maybe investment opportunities or potential businesses that you could start. Let's talk about big business first. Now, we all know that big business are generally slower to move to new technologies or new tools. And in the report, it mentions something interesting. Of the 500 companies in the S&P 500 at its inception in 1957, only 53 remain in the index today. More than half of the remaining 53 are actually customers that use Stripe. Back in 1957, companies could expect to remain in the index for 61 years. That's that S&P 500 index. In 1980, the average tenure was just 36 years. And today, it's just under 20 years. So you can see how the larger companies are finding it harder and harder to maintain the criteria that it takes to stay in the S&P 500 index. Some of the largest businesses that are coming over to Stripe are really impressive. University of Oxford, founded in 1096, now accepts student payments online using Stripe. The Hershey Company, founded in 1894, is now letting candy connoisseurs buy everything from Hershey's Kisses to Reese's Pieces in bulk directly online. Pepsi, founded in 1898, is saving time for its business customers, restaurants, grocery stores, allowing them to automatically restock supplies of Pepsi brands like Gatorade, Rockstar energy drinks, Lay's, Doritos, by using Stripe's payment processing. NVIDIA, founded in 1993, is allowing developers to buy GPUs on a self-serve basis using Stripe. Perplexity, launched in 2022, this is one of the AI search engines with over 500 million monthly queries, is moving from human commerce to machine commerce using Stripe. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. While some big firms are looking to add technology to increase revenue, some firms just really want to move their payment processing to Stripe, and they're already seeing some great results. Hertz moved over to Stripe in 2024. The company has since seen a 4% increase in authorization rates for its online payments. Turo, the world's largest car-sharing marketplace, they used their optimized checkout suite and saw a 4.7% increase in recaptured revenue. Forbes, they switched over to Stripe to manage their subscription payments and have seen a 23% uplift in revenue just in the last 6 months. So some incredible results by just switching over to a newer technology and a newer payment processing firm. Let's talk about the newest kid on the block, AI. AI is taking over the world, and as it should, it's offering an incredible service. That service is offered as a payment, a monthly subscription, and Stripe is at the center of it. You'll see in this chart here, the median time to annualized revenue milestone. Back in 2018, the top 100 SaaS companies, these are software as a service companies, it took on average 37 months to hit the $5 million annual recurring revenue mark. In AI in 2024, the top 100 AI companies, it's taking them only 24 months to hit that milestone. Some really impressive numbers, and obviously that as that technology improves, and the demand for it goes up, we're seeing some companies really get high revenues right away. Cursor, an AI-powered coding assistant, they reached $100 million in recurring annual revenue in just 3 years. We're also seeing the likes of companies like Lovable hitting 17 million ARR in just 3 months, and Bolt, 20 million in ARR in 2 months. The report goes on to talk about how vertical and horizontal integration has occurred with both SaaS and AI. Much as SaaS started horizontal and then went vertical, like Salesforce, then moving to Toast, not the bread, but the software company, we're seeing similar dynamic playing out in AI. We started with ChatGPT, But now we're seeing a proliferation of industry-specific tools. And this is what I'm going to dive into with the small business or Main Street business and how they're utilizing it and possibly how you could use it in your own business. In similar vein, we see these new industry-specific AI tools as ensuring that individual industries can properly realize the economic impact of LLMs or these GPTs or these AI tools. There's some really interesting use cases for vertically integrating AI tools, including architects. They're using Sketch Pro to instantly render designs with simple text prompts. Restaurants are using slang.ai to take phone reservations.
Hi, thanks for calling Slang Steak and Seafood. What can I do for you today?
I was just wondering what your hours are today.
We're open now until 11 p.m. Anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I was also wondering if you by chance take walk-ins.
Yes, we reserve a portion of our restaurant exclusively for walk-ins. When you walk in, we'll give you an estimate for how long the wait is. Anything else I can help you with?
And property managers are unifying customer support with Host AI. So there's a lot of different opportunities for businesses to utilize these tools to offer customized solutions within those specific industries. AI will even change the basic modalities of online commerce. This section kind of blew my mind. We've long optimized checkouts for humans, not dogs or cats, but humans. But we're now doing the same for AI agents, starting with our Agent SDK, the software development kit, launched in November. We're also making it easy for agents to spend money with virtual cards created through Stripe's issuing, which allows users to approve or decline authorizations programmatically, ensuring that agents only buy what you want them to buy. Basically, you've got an AI tool that you say, hey, AI, go buy me all these things from Amazon or from these specific companies. Maybe it's restocking inventory in your business. Pretty wild. This stuff is happening very fast. Our toolkit's even being downloaded multiple times, or thousands of times, I should say, every week by startups to build new things. 11 Labs, which is another AI tool, used our toolkit to let voice agent autonomously manage subscriptions and refunds, for like as a customer service. Crazy. Overall, we're ensuring that Stripe is well positioned to serve the next chapter of the economy, the AI economy. We talked a little bit about how software as a service used to start as a horizontal integration and then moved into more of a vertical integration to offer more customized solutions. Well, Main Street business, which is your local pizzeria, they're seeing some incredible growth by utilizing this vertical SaaS. We'll dive into that. From 2005 to 2017, independent pizzerias in the United States saw a decline in the numbers as industries franchised. Basically, a bunch of franchise opportunities came about, and we saw a decrease in the independent owners. Then that trend inverted in 2017. By 2023, more independent pizzerias launched in America than in any other year on record. Pretty wild. They think it has a lot to do with this vertical SaaS opportunity. From a platform like Slice, which is dedicated to pizzerias, new businesses can get a logo, a website, their payment system, ordering system, marketing toolkits, branded boxes, basically everything they need to operate their pizza business, all from one vendor, except for maybe the oven and the perfect sauce. They have a sense of humor. They can remain independent while also benefiting from the franchisees' economies of scale. Basically, these companies are being sprung up to offer solutions to these vertical businesses like pizzerias, and they're incorporating tools like Stripe's payment processing, but offering other aligned products like websites, marketing materials, those kind of things. I think this is really going to be a big opportunity. Today, 60% of small businesses in America use SaaS platforms to help run their business. For example, arborists, which I think they cut down trees, or maybe they grow them, or both. But they use a tool called SingleOps. Towing companies, they use Trexero. It says here that which even has a state-of-the-art podcast. I thought that said state-of-the-art podcast for towing. I was like, what's state-of-the-art about towing? It says, which even has a state of towing podcast. So they must talk about all things towing, which is cool if you're into towing, which I'm sure there are a lot of people. In liquor stores, they use Transformity's AI-driven inventory management system. So a lot of these opportunities for these businesses and businesses to spring up and offer other businesses these tools, these integrated tools. So, if you're looking at starting a company, you can offer a solution to these local businesses that offer payment processing by Stripe, website design and development, marketing materials, how to get your local business listed in the Google search, testimonials, all of these different things that a local small business would want from one provider, like Arborists using SingleOps. Talks more about in the US, 6.3% of small businesses are powered by vertical SaaS platforms on Stripe, and they earn $1 million in total revenue in their first year, nearly 60% more than in the one benchmark comparison. So basically what they're saying here is Stripe's awesome, I guess, and they're earning $1 million in total revenue in their first year by incorporating these SaaS platforms that vertically integrate. The next section I want to talk about in the 2024 Stripe annual report is fighting fraud. Now, fraud can be a little boring, but there are some really interesting things that came out of this because we all deal with it. Every day we're dealing with it, whether your credit card gets declined or maybe somebody stole the numbers somehow and are using your card or whatever it is. We all have, pretty much everyone's dealt with fraud. And businesses in the US specifically are losing a lot of money. Online businesses typically lose about 3% of their online revenue due to fraud. Again, this is related to Stripe. So fraudulent actors today operate at an industrial scale with teams of engineers, managers, and data analysts. It makes sense, right? It's obviously there's money in it. Otherwise they wouldn't be doing it. But you imagine coming to a meeting and saying, "Hey, Bob, how's stealing that money going?" Man, if you're one of these people, all right. We are yet to verify whether they have an HR department. This is Stripe being funny. We have yet to verify whether they have an HR department. If you know, please tell us so we can give them some peer feedback. That's pretty funny. Fraudulent actors generally target times when fraud teams are offline. So if your company or has a fraud team, whether they're on the weekends or lunch breaks, this is when fraud happens the most. They see it most fraud on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, but they're also seeing patterns during lunchtime. Wild. The most effective lever we have to keep businesses safe on Stripe is their reputation network. So they've got data from $1.4 trillion in annual payments. This volume that each payment makes the next payment even safer. It's this flywheel effect, where basically as they're seeing patterns take place, and we'll dive into some of those details that they're looking at, they can determine at a pretty high level whether or not this is a fraudulent potential payment. Goes on to say when a credit card is being used as a payment, there's greater than 92% chance that Stripe has encountered the same card before. So basically, if Stripe's processed a payment, there's a 92% chance of subsequent payments they've already seen that specific card before. Then they can compare the transaction to prior behavior. For instance, if we see a card being used with a new email address, the newness of the email address is suspicious enough, and they say 60% higher likelihood of fraud just with a new email address, which makes sense. The last section I want to highlight in the 2024 Stripe annual report is on stablecoins and how they're incorporating them into payments. If you're not familiar with a stablecoin, basically it's a cryptocurrency. Now, before you freak out about, there's a scam or it's completely volatile, stablecoins are really just, if you think about it, a one-to-one for the US dollar. If you think about how money moves digitally, we can operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no banking holidays. This money moves across the world lightning fast and doesn't take a lot of trusted partners because of the decentralized nature. Now, I'm really into cryptocurrency because I spent the last couple of years working for a company that was in the entertainment, gaming, music, film space in blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I'm just really passionate about the industry. And I know it can help payment processing and small businesses as well. So let's dive into it. In October, we announced, Stripe, the acquisition of Bridge. Bridge is the world's leading stablecoin orchestration platform. Basically, they just help them scale and build up these platforms for managing stablecoins. The top stablecoin use cases today involve tangible real-world activity, like chief financial officers using stablecoins to manage corporate treasuries. Immigrants use them for remittance, basically sending money across borders. Citizens of countries with unstable currencies use them for dependable savings, because they're mainly backed by the US dollar or based on the peg to the US dollar. And payment teams use them to enable customers from countries with low card penetration. Basically, if they don't have credit cards or debit cards, they can use these stablecoin payments. One of their favorite examples they mention here is SpaceX, Elon's SpaceX. Not that there's another SpaceX. Uses Bridge to repatriate funds from Starlink sales in Argentina, Nigeria, and other markets. So basically, these customers that are buying Starlink, the satellite internet data provider, they're able to collect payments using stablecoins. Let's see here. Dollar App, which is a neobank in Mexico, uses Bridge to help individuals receive U.S. dollar payments from payroll providers. So a lot of cool things, a lot of moving money across borders internationally, which used to take a lot of time. A lot of moving pieces can easily be done with these stable coins. So why do we care about stable coins? I've already told you my side of it, but improvements to basic usability of money makes economies more prosperous. Consider the transitions from coins to banknotes, from the gold standard to a fiat currency, and from paper instruments to electronic payments. Stablecoins are a new branch of the money tree. Such transitions occur with some regularity over centuries, and the effects tend to be large. I expect this one to be just as big, if not bigger. Stablecoins have 4 important properties relative to the status quo. They make money movement cheaper, so it's cheaper, faster, decentralized, and programmable. So basically, they can type in some things and some code and make it run automatically. Everything interesting follows from these characteristics. So they're talking about the speed of the networks. Stablecoin transaction volumes more than doubled between Q4 of 2023 and Q4 of 2024. And the number of monthly active stablecoin wallets has now reached 40 million. So it continues to grow. There's this chart here that shows stablecoin volume from May of 2019 through 2024, basically probably, the end of 2024. This is USDC, USDT, these other stablecoins here listed. I'll show that on the screen. So there you have it, the 2024 Stripe annual report. Some of my favorite findings in there were about stablecoins, about small businesses, about Main Street businesses utilizing technologies and vertically integrating some platforms springing up and offering solutions to pizzerias, arborists, which have we figured out what an arborist is? If you know what an arborist is, drop it in the comments down below. If you don't know what an arborist is, let me know in the comments that I'm not alone. If you found any value in this video, please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. All of that stuff helps me know that I'm delivering something of value to you. If you're looking at watching another video of mine, Google, YouTube, they think this one's going to be really interesting. I don't even know what it is, but you should watch it next.